Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be discussing something a little bit more personal with all of you, and it's something that's a little bit more emotional and touchy for me to discuss, but I feel like it's very important because I still don't feel like there's enough awareness for the situation. And that situation being coming out. I identify as a homosexual male, and I came out just about a year ago, right after high school graduation. And I felt, after talking to so many people, over the course of this year, that, fortunately for me, my coming out experience was very smooth. I was accepted. My family was great. My family was excellent. The best you could ask for. My close friends were very accepting. And then when I later on came out, I guess publicly or on social media, I was, accepted by so many people then too. And I had there was so much love and support that was extended toward me. And more than I even imagined. So I happen to be one of those few people that was very, very fortunate in my situation. After graduating, like I said, I came out, and I did it because this weight had been taken off my shoulders. And that's the best way I can describe it. It was this sense of, I don't care what these people think. I'm probably not going to see them again in my life. And if I do, we're probably not going to be friends. And I also realized, I don't have to conform to these social constructs in this confined area anymore, this little community. It's such a small portion of your life, and it's such a juvenile experience. And there is a lot of, obviously, immaturity, and there's that status quo, and there are stigmas, and just a whole mess of stuff most people probably don't want to be around. I know I didn't. So, like I said, after graduating, I just, I did some soul searching, and I was like, I want to live my life authentically. I want to live my life to the fullest, and I don't give a damn what people think. But I'm sure some of you, at least, are curious as to why it may have taken so long. Because there was speculation, and that is one of the reasons why I never did come out during my schooling years. Obviously, I am a little bit on the feminine side, and I've always been like that ever since I was very, very young. And that raised a lot of questions. I had people that I didn't even know, strangers, ask me, "Are you gay?" I had kids, even in high school. I'd have someone, I would hear them giggle amongst themselves and kind of dare each other to approach me and then ask me the question. And I didn't even know who these people were. And so that in itself really shoved me further into the closet. I detested it. I was like, there's no way, no. I don't want to be gay, especially when these questions never come with a positive connotation, no matter what. It's not a question you ask someone. If you are one of those people that does ask others, especially if you don't even know them, ask them if they're gay, don't, because it's none of your damn business, and it's very rude. Now, moving on. I've met and talked with many people about their coming out experience, and nothing frustrates me more or saddens me more when I hear of these stories that just, to me, they're absurd. They're shocking. It doesn't make sense to me. I cannot fathom how you cannot accept someone. So a person cannot accept another person for loving That's essentially what it is. At the end of the day, love is love, and love is the ultimate prize in life. We need more love going around, and I mean, the idea of hating on someone or detesting someone for loving another person is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I like I said, I've discussed with so many people where they've told me that their parents or their friends, their other relatives, their aunts, their uncles, their grandparents detested their sexuality. And gosh, that breaks my heart. It's horrible to hear. I can't even imagine coming out to a family that doesn't accept you when they've raised you and they've taken care of you and they've been there for you. And you look up to them, and you think the most of them, and when they shoot you down, or they invalidate your feelings, they tell you who you are is wrong. It's so upsetting, so unbelievably upsetting. And I think my message today is having a child is kind of like a lottery deal. You don't really know how the child's going to turn out. I mean, you might know their health and whatnot later on during your pregnancy, but you don't know what their sexuality is going to be. You don't know what their gender identity is going to be. And I think a part of embracing parenthood is realizing that if you're going to raise a child, you have to have an open heart and an open mind, because it's a gamble. Having a child is a gamble. There's no guarantee that your child is going to be healthy, or your child's going to be what society considers normal. So to me, when I hear about these stories where so-and-so's parents don't even talk to them, or they try to get them into counseling, or they basically ignore what they ignore their child opening up to them. It's disgusting. It's absolutely revolting. And I just want to say to those out there who have had a difficult time, or a difficult experience coming out, that you aren't alone. Unfortunately, there are people out there that are just hateful. They are close-minded. And sometimes, as hard as it is to accept and even understand, sometimes those closed-minded, awful people are your parents, your relatives, your close friends, and eventually life does get easier. There's a community out there for you wherever you go, and it's all about eventually spreading your wings and finding those people, because they are out there, I promise you. And patience is hard to embrace during times of trouble, but you kind of just have to, That's the best as I can say it. Trust me, I've experienced my own strifes, and I still go through a lot of ups and downs, but each day that I'm alive is another day that I'm getting closer to finding my happiness and finding my own. So you take it day by day, baby steps, and your situation may not be easy now, but I promise you it does get better. You just have to hang in there. And you are loved. Regardless of what others tell you, you are loved. And if you don't get told often enough, I love you. I love every single one of you out there that, that's been brave enough to accept who they are and open up to others, even when they've shut you down. Keep marching forward. I promise you, eventually, you will be happy, and you will find others out there that are like you and that love you for who you are. Another thing, if you do have, as hard as it is to let go of someone that's not good for you, it's vital to continue growing and to continue being the person you want to be, because all they do is bring you down, and you don't need these malignant people bringing you down or preventing you from growing and from being, just a person. That's all you are. You're a person. You're a person that's different than what society calls normal. Fortunately, living in a heteronormative world, anything that's different is questioned. But difference is beautiful, and diversity is beautiful, and you are beautiful. And I hope you do eventually find that light in your tunnel sooner rather than later. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I know this is a heavy topic. I promise you it won't always be like that, but it's just something I was originally going to talk about my dating experience, make it a little bit lighter and give advice, but, I thought that kind of raised the question of my sexuality for those who aren't aware of it, and I don't know, I just felt like this was important, especially because I've been hearing more and more from people about how difficult coming out has been for them. And I just want to let you know you're not alone, and I love you very much, and I hope you all have a good day. If you have any questions, or if you'd like to get in contact with me, you can message me anywhere. I'll have all my social media posted in the description box. And if you have any questions, if you have any advice that you'd like, if you'd just like to talk privately, I'm always available, and I would love to help you out and let you realize that, I'm here for you if no one else is, especially when no one else is. So again, thank you so much. I love you all, and stay tuned for next time.